Hello, welcome to the August 2019 edition of Infinite House of Books video magazine, hosted by Shannon Muir. Before we get into doing regular monthly installments, I wanted to break down a little more what the differences are between this video magazine format and the blog that has been featured for some time. The video magazine will bring fleshed out commentary on the monthly columns that are featured in print on the blog. Also, in terms of storytelling, every edition of the video magazine will feature Discover Words audio tales. These will be stories that will premiere in audio form first. The blog will continue to be exclusive to author interviews and guest posts. Those will not appear here in the video magazine. Additionally, web serialized fiction, which is Infinite House of Books, Spontaneous Choices Shorts, those will continue to be only on the blog. As previously mentioned, Discover Words audio tales will be stories that will launch exclusive in audio form first in the video magazine. The first of these will come to you next month. And now I'd like to catch you up on where Own Your Own Tale has gone so far this year, so that when we launch into more in-depth discussions next month, you're completely up to speed. This year for Own Your Own Tale was all about trying to figure out goal setting, both short and long term, in terms of my own career and in hopes that it would inspire others. In January 2019, I contemplated using some sort of journal to follow up on writing resolution goals, but wasn't sure what form that would take yet. After thinking about it, in February 2019, I decided to get a structured planner that would be laid out for me by months and weeks to see if that would be an aid in helping me get where I wanted to go. However, I learned very early, in March basically, by the time we came to that column, that I had started trying to lay some early plans in it, but that things didn't always go according to plan. That said, I had made some short-term goals that I was shooting for within those first 3 months, and in April I had achieved a couple of them. However, I was finding that setting up the long-term goals, like what do you want a year from now, 5 years from now, was still very elusive to me. May took a month off for a special event on the blog, so in June came back and said, well, I still really haven't worked on long-term goals because I had spent the whole time gearing up for and attending a crime writers conference to get better at my skills for mystery and crime writing so that I could improve in that area. In July, I came back and for that column talked very briefly about the struggles I'd had in just getting much of anything started on the wish list of items that I had put in my planner. And sometimes when there's a lot going on, there's many directions you can go, that sometimes taking it one step or word or sentence at a time, as the case may be, can be the way to go. Again, this being August, there was a summer event that the column has not gone up this month, but it will come back in September. So what comes next? Well, check us out next month and you'll find out. And lastly, for this month, listeners to the Infinite House of Books video magazine will be first to learn of a new column starting in September 2019 called Infinite House of Books Between the Pages. This will be my opportunity to discuss insights I have on any sort of classic books, and by that that's a pretty wide-ranging definition, since a lot of what Infinite House of Books covers are current or relatively recent releases on tour. This will be a place every month to discuss any book that's been printed at any time in history and share insights, reflections, and hopefully open it up for comments from you as well. Looking forward to sharing with you. Again, this is Shannon Muir, thanking you so much for listening, and we'll be with you next month for even more content. Catch you then.